Imagine looking up at the night sky where Polaris, the North Star, has always been our cosmic anchor. For centuries, sailors and travelers have relied on its steady light for guidance. Recently, a rumor swept across social media. Polaris had exploded. The idea of losing our celestial guide sparked alarm and fascination. But before we accept such a dramatic claim, we need to pause and ask, what's the evidence? Science thrives on questions, not panic. Is this a true cosmic event, or a case of mistaken identity? Let's investigate the facts behind the rumor and discover what really happened. The universe rewards curiosity. Let's put it to work. Polaris isn't just any star. It holds a unique and almost mystical place in our night sky. Unlike most stars, which seem to drift slowly across the heavens as the Earth rotates, Polaris sits almost directly above Earth's north pole. This special position means that while other stars appear to move in wide arcs, Polaris remains nearly motionless, acting as a steadfast beacon in the darkness. For centuries, people have looked up and marveled at this star that never seems to wander, a constant point in a swirling sky. It's the ultimate navigational marker, a cosmic signpost that has guided travelers, explorers, and sailors for generations. If you ever find yourself lost at night in the northern hemisphere, you can locate Polaris by tracing a line from the two outer stars of the Big Dipper's bowl. These are called the pointer stars. Follow that imaginary line, and it will lead you straight to Polaris, helping you find true north. This simple trick has been passed down through cultures and ages, making Polaris a symbol of guidance and direction. While Polaris isn't the brightest star in the sky, far from it in fact, its fixed position makes it invaluable for navigation. Ancient mariners relied on it to cross vast oceans, and even today stargazers and adventurers use it to orient themselves. Its reliability has earned it nicknames like the North Star and the Pole Star, and it's been woven into myths, legends, and stories across the world. But there's more to Polaris than meets the eye. What looks like a single, steady point of light is actually a complex system, a triple star system located about 433 light-years away from Earth. Through powerful telescopes, astronomers have discovered that Polaris is made up of 3 stars bound together by gravity, orbiting a common center. This hidden complexity adds to its allure and scientific importance. The main star, Polaris A, is a yellow-white supergiant, much larger and brighter than our Sun. But what makes it truly fascinating is that it's a Cepheid variable star. This means that Polaris A actually pulses in brightness, expanding and contracting in a regular rhythm every 4 days. These subtle changes in light are invisible to the naked eye, but astronomers can measure them with sensitive instruments. These pulsations aren't just a curiosity, they're a cosmic yardstick. By studying the precise way Polaris brightens and dims, astronomers can calculate its true distance from Earth. In fact, Cepheid variables like Polaris have been crucial in helping us measure the vast scale of the universe, from nearby stars to distant galaxies. They act as standard candles, allowing us to map the cosmos with remarkable accuracy. When we gaze at Polaris on a clear night, we're not seeing it as it is right now. Instead, we're looking 433 years into the past, the time it takes for its light to travel across the vast gulf of space to reach our eyes. Imagine, the photons leaving Polaris began their journey before the invention of the telescope, before many of our modern nations even existed. Any change to Polaris, whether a flicker, a flare, or something more dramatic, would take centuries to reach us. The universe is so immense that even light, the fastest thing we know, needs centuries to bridge the distance between Polaris and Earth. This delay means that the star we see tonight is a snapshot frozen in time, a message from a distant past. So, if something extraordinary happened to Polaris today, if it suddenly changed or even disappeared, we wouldn't know about it for generations. Our descendants, centuries from now, would be the first to witness that change. This cosmic time lag connects us to both the distant past and the far future, reminding us of our place in the universe. This time delay is crucial for understanding any news or discoveries about Polaris. When astronomers announce a new finding, they're really telling us about something that happened centuries ago. It's a humbling reminder that, in astronomy, we're always playing catch-up with the universe's timeline. The cosmos always keeps us looking back in time, inviting us to wonder about the stories written in starlight, and to imagine what secrets the universe still holds, waiting to be revealed. Recently, a rumor swept across social media and news outlets claiming that Polaris, the North Star, had exploded in a spectacular supernova. The story captured imaginations worldwide, with people wondering if the night sky would soon be forever changed. Astronomers were suddenly in the spotlight, fielding urgent questions and calming public fears. The idea of witnessing a supernova so close to home was both thrilling and terrifying, conjuring images of cosmic fireworks lighting up the heavens. A supernova is, after all, a star's most dramatic and violent end, a cosmic event so powerful it can briefly outshine an entire galaxy. These extraordinary explosions occur when massive stars, typically at least 8 times the mass of our Sun, reach the end of their lives. Their cores collapse under their own gravity, triggering a titanic blast that hurls stellar material into space at incredible speeds. The energy released in a single supernova can equal the output of our Sun over its entire lifetime. If Polaris had truly exploded, the resulting flash would have been impossible to miss. For days or even weeks, it would have outshone every other star in the sky, even becoming visible during the day. A rare and awe-inspiring sight that would have been recorded in history books for generations. But let's look at the facts. Polaris A, the primary star in the North Star system, is indeed a giant, much larger and brighter than our Sun. However, it doesn't quite meet the criteria for a classic supernova. Its mass, while impressive, falls short of the threshold needed for such a cataclysmic finale. Instead, Polaris is expected to end its life in a quieter, though still beautiful way. It will likely shed its outer layers gently, forming a glowing planetary nebula, a shell of gas and dust expanding into space. At its core, a dense white dwarf will remain, slowly cooling over billions of years. While this ending is grand in its own right, it's not the universe-shattering explosion that a supernova would bring. The spectacle will be subtle, a cosmic transformation rather than a violent outburst. And even if Polaris did explode, the light from such an event would take 433 years to reach Earth. That means any real explosion would have happened centuries ago, long before the invention of the telescope or even the printing press. For now, the night sky remains unchanged. Polaris continues to shine steadily, a reliable guide for travelers and stargazers alike. There's no evidence that Polaris is on the brink of destruction. Its light is as constant as ever, reassuring us that the North Star will remain our celestial compass for generations to come. The rumor, while exciting, simply doesn't match the science. Astronomers have carefully studied Polaris and found no signs of imminent danger. So despite the dramatic headlines, the fate of the North Star is far less explosive than the rumors suggest. Polaris remains stable, shining brightly in the northern sky, a symbol of constancy in an ever-changing universe. Meanwhile, back on Earth, a real explosion did occur, but not in the sky. In August 2024, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket booster failed to land and exploded on a drone ship after a successful satellite deployment. This was the first failed landing in years, prompting a pause in investigation by SpaceX. The incident happened just before a major human spaceflight mission was set to launch. The timing added drama and concern to an already high-stakes situation. But this was a story of engineering, not astronomy. The explosion was terrestrial, not cosmic. Here's where confusion took flight. The upcoming human spaceflight was called Polaris Dawn, named to evoke the guiding spirit of the North Star. Polaris Dawn is a private mission aiming for new heights in space exploration, including the first commercial spacewalk. The mission's name and the Falcon 9 explosion became intertwined in headlines. People saw Polaris and explosion and assumed the star was involved. In reality, one is a distant star system, the other, a cutting-edge spacecraft. The mix-up was a classic case of mistaken identity. A powerful name led to a powerful but false narrative. The real story of Polaris Dawn was one of delays and caution. Technical issues and bad weather postponed the launch multiple times. The Falcon 9 explosion led SpaceX to review all procedures, adding further delays. Safety always comes first in human spaceflight. The drama was about engineering challenges, not cosmic catastrophe. Every step was about ensuring crew safety, not responding to a star's demise. The reality was far less sensational than the rumors. The Polaris explosion rumor is a textbook example of digital age misinformation. Real explosion? Check. Polaris in the news? Check. Space involved? Check. Social media algorithms and misleading headlines did the rest. People connected the dots, incorrectly, between a rocket mishap and a star. Sensational stories spread faster than corrections. Critical thinking and media literacy are essential. Always check sources and ask questions before sharing. A quick search would have shown Polaris, the star, was just fine. The truth is often less dramatic but far more interesting. As of today, Polaris still shines in the northern sky, a constant beacon that has watched over humanity for generations. Through the ages it has remained a fixed point, a silent witness to our stories, our journeys, and our dreams. No matter how much the world below changes, Polaris endures, a symbol of stability in a universe that is always in motion. The North Star remains our steadfast guide, unchanged and reliable. For centuries, travelers, explorers, and dreamers have looked up to Polaris to find their way, trusting its unwavering position to lead them safely through the unknown. Even in our modern world where technology can pinpoint our location within meters, there's something deeply reassuring about knowing that Polaris is still there, shining above us. The rumors spread shows how deeply we care about the cosmos. When whispers of Polaris fading began to circulate, it sparked a wave of concern and curiosity across the globe. People from all walks of life paused to look up, to wonder, and to ask questions. This collective response reveals just how connected we feel to the stars, and how much they mean to our sense of place in the universe. Polaris Dawn, the mission, reflects our drive to explore and push boundaries. It's not just about reaching new heights or breaking records, it's about the spirit of discovery that has always defined us. Each mission into space is a testament to our curiosity, our courage, and our willingness to venture into the unknown, inspired by the same stars that guided our ancestors. Both stories remind us to look up, with wonder and with discernment. The night sky invites us to dream, to imagine what lies beyond, but it also challenges us to seek the truth, to question what we hear, and to learn more about the universe we call home. In every rumor and every mission, there is an opportunity to grow, to connect, and to be inspired. The stars are not just distant lights, they're part of our shared heritage and our future. Across cultures and centuries, people have gathered to watch the heavens, to tell stories, and to mark the passage of time. Ancient monuments still stand, aligned with the stars, reminding us that our fascination with the cosmos is as old as civilization itself. Our curiosity and ambition keep us reaching for the sky. Every new discovery, every mission, and every question we ask brings us closer to understanding our place in the universe. The drive to explore is woven into our very nature, pushing us to innovate, to build, and to dream bigger than ever before. The universe is vast, but our desire to explore is limitless. As we gaze at the Milky Way stretching across the night, or watch astronauts float in the silence of space, we are reminded that there is so much more to discover. Each step we take beyond our world is a step toward a future filled with possibility. Polaris guides us both as a star and as a symbol. It represents hope, direction, and the enduring human spirit. Whether we are navigating the wilderness or charting a course to the stars, Polaris reminds us to stay true to our path, to trust in our journey, and to keep moving forward. The journey continues, above us and within us. As we look to the stars, we are also looking inward, searching for meaning, connection, and inspiration. The story of Polaris is the story of us all, ever searching, ever reaching, and always guided by the light above.